This is Zemismart's new Smart Scene Switch. It's a Zigbee compatible smart remote that can connect to Zemismart's M1 hub and control your smart home devices. Zemismart has sent me this remote to have a look at it and give it a test to see whether or not this is something that I like and if this is something that I recommend. This is the box you get when you buy the Smart Wireless Scene Switch from Zemismart. There's not really much to it. Inside of the box you get the Zigbee remote itself, of course. You also get a setup guide or user manual. And besides that, you get two sticky pads for mounting the Smart Wireless Scene Switch on the wall. And some included screws for if you want to screw it in the wall. And that's basically it. So the scene switch comes in this plastic bag, and inside of the plastic bag there's really nothing besides the scene switch itself and the mounting plate. Here in the bag you can see that you have some mounting holes for the screws here, so if you do want to hang the wall switch on the wall, you can do it with these screws. Then you'll just screw these screws inside of the wall and then hang the wall switch plate on those screws. You can also use the double-sided sticky pads that comes in the box. These are extremely sticky, so if you do plan on using these on the wall, don't use them on your wallpaper if you want to remove these at a later point, because they will tear off the wallpaper. But these sticky pads are big enough to stick to the wall plate and then have the wall plate stick to the wall. The remote is attached to the wall plate with magnets, and when I first got this I was hoping that the magnets would be embedded within the remote and not the wall plate, because if they were embedded inside of the remote, I could attach the remote to for example my fridge, and then have it act as a kitchen wall switch. But unfortunately the magnets are embedded within the wall plate itself. That means if you do want to hang this on a fridge, for example, you can't just use the remote itself. You will have to use these sticky pads to attach them to the fridge. I did try to put the wall plate up on my fridge and then have the remote attached to the wall plate with the magnets and then have it attached to my fridge that way. But unfortunately, as you can see here, the magnets aren't strong enough. On the remote itself, you get 4 buttons on the front of the device. Each button has the action of a single press, a double press, and a press and hold. So that means you have a total of 12 action on the entire remote. The hardware itself on the remote is very well built. The plate itself doesn't feel cheap at all. It's solidly built, and if you hang it on the wall, I think it looks quite good. When it comes to the remote, I think the same is true. This remote obviously do have some resemblance to the Philips Hue remotes, and unlike the old Philips Hue remote that this remote obviously do have some resemblance to, the buttons doesn't feel cheap or wonky. On the old Philips Hue remote, all of the buttons were able to wiggle around and it really didn't make them feel very premium. But these buttons are very solid, and besides being really solid to look at and to press, they also have the most satisfying click of any smart home remote that I have ever tried. The only minor complaint I have about the hardware is the back plate, which does feel kind of cheap. You'll have to remove the back plate by sliding it down and then revealing the battery. The battery plate is a thin piece of plastic, and if I had to change the battery frequently, I would be worried about breaking it in some way. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's a minor complaint that I have. I haven't had this remote long enough to test whether or not the battery outlasts other smart home remotes out there, but I'm guessing that the battery will last me about a year to 2 years, depending on the daily use, of course. So I'm not really concerned about breaking this in reality. It's just that if something did break, I am guessing that it would probably be the battery plate. Adding the device to the gateway is pretty easy. When you first get it out of the box, it will have a small battery tab that you will have to pull. Once it's pulled, it automatically goes into pairing mode. When it's in pairing mode, you just open up the app and search for the device, and it should show up within a couple of seconds, basically. If the remote doesn't enter pairing mode automatically, you'll have to press and hold the first button for a few seconds, and then it will enter pairing mode itself. This is also one of the concerns that I have with the remote, that if I do have this remote up on the wall and one of my guests for some reason presses and holds one of the buttons for long enough, it will basically enter pairing mode and drops connection with the gateway. So it's a weird choice not to have a dedicated reset button on the back of the device, for example, but it is what it is. Once the remote has paired with the app, you can go ahead and edit the device. From the device edit scene, you can add scenes to activate when you single press, double press, or press and hold the remote. In my testing, the execution is pretty fast with minimal response time, and it's not quite instantly, but it's close enough that I would call it acceptable. The buttons themselves are unlabeled, and for some this might be a small annoyance. Some might have preferred that these buttons have had a on and off icon, for example, printed on them, but I actually prefer them to be unlabeled. If I use this remote to activate a scene that would turn on my TV and open the curtains, for example, I might not want a on and off icon. I might want an icon of a TV, for example. So having these buttons being unlabeled makes sense in the context of this remote being able to execute other scenes than just controlling your lights. But I have actually created my own labels for the remote, and I want to show you how I've done it and what it looks like when the labels are applied to the remote. I have this Nimbot label maker, and it is a label maker that utilizes stickers like these, which I can use to create my own icons and my own labels for the Zemismart remote. So it works by connecting the label maker to an app via Bluetooth, which I have open here on my tablet. So if I just go ahead and turn on the label maker, it will play a small chime and then turn on and hopefully connect via Bluetooth to the app. I have created a template for my Zemismart remote. So let's go ahead and open my template and let's create a new label for the remote. So if I press on the template that I've previously created, it's going to load it in, and then I can press the edit button. And here I get the template that I created with the text up on the top and then an icon underneath. The app comes built in with a lot of different emojis that you can use. Some are free, some you have to pay for some reason, but a lot of them are free. So I really want to use this remote with my curtains, because my curtains that are also Zemismart motorized curtains are Matter. So I can connect them to whatever platform I want to. And that means that I can connect this remote to the Zemismart app and then connect my curtains to SmartThings and expose them to the Zemismart Matter gateway. So here I've created a curtains open and a curtains closed label. And if I am satisfied with this, I can just go ahead and hit print and then tell the app how many of these labels I want. I only want one of these labels, so I can say print, and then it prints out the labels. And I can just tear them off and pull off the label and then apply it to the remote. And now I have a label for the curtain open button. And I could just take the other label that I created and apply it. Let's say that I want to create a label that tells me that when I press that button, it will activate the TV time routine or TV time scene, for example. And it should print out 2 new labels for me. And this is why I like that the Zemismart remote has no icons and no labels from the factory. I can create my own labels just as easily as creating a line of text and inserting my icon and then applying the label to the remote itself. So in conclusion, what do I think of the Zemismart Smart Scene Switcher? I think the remote is an interesting choice if you are really into the Zemismart ecosystem or the smart life and Tuya ecosystem in general. Even though the remote is Zigbee, it's only compatible with Zemismart's own Zigbee gateway. And even when connected to the M1 Matter gateway, it doesn't expose it as a Matter device. That means that if you are in another smart home ecosystem, this device will only be able to control the smart home devices that you have connected to the Smart Life app through the Zemismart Zigbee gateway. So if you are really into semi-smart devices or in the Tuya ecosystem in general, I would highly recommend that you look into this device, especially for the price that it's at. It's a fairly cheap remote that is both reliable and stable and has a lot of functions with the 12 different scenes that you can activate. So if you do own a semi-smart hub, I think this remote is a great addition to your home. Do you have any questions that I didn't really answer in this video, then please hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.